Hello everyone and welcome back to another Bimmer fixer video. As you can probably tell from the latest video, I've got myself a Range Rover, and up to true Range Rover fashion, it's giving me nothing but trouble. So lots of content for you, ball ache for me. Anyway, as you can tell from the thumbnail, I've got a flat tyre, so I thought we'll do a quick video on how to change the tyre on an L405, because it's not just like your routine. So what we'll do, I'll show you what we've got in the back. So if you pop this clip up there, right, in the back you've got obviously your wheel, you've got your jack, and I believe the wheel brace is back there as well, and your lock and wheel nut there. What you need to do is, with this little harness kit, you attach that to where that's hanging just up there. You put that on the center of the spare wheel, pull it, and it lifts out. But what we're going to do to make things easier, I'm just going to take the parcel shelf out and the boot floor, and I'll show you how to connect that to the wheel and then hoist it onto the tailgate. Okay, so I've taken the boot floor out and the parcel shelf to make life easier. You technically don't have to. I appreciate you might be in a situation at the moment where you're stuck on the hard shoulder, so I'll try and keep it as short and as sweet as possible. So first thing you need to do is you need to remove the floor support, which is in the center. Take that out of the way. Luckily we've got a full size spare, which makes life so much easier. Right, so obviously you could just get your hands under there and lift it out, but it is quite a heavy wheel. So what Range Rover did was create a little hoist system. And what you need to do is, with this end here, that goes up the top, pull it down, let it click in. Make sure all the straps are untangled, and then what we're going to do is put this centre bit through the centre of the wheel, he says, like that, and then pull up tight. Now with this strap here, the one that's loose, you can pull on that like so, keep pulling, and then swing the wheel over and then let it down on here. So what you've got in the center is your, I don't know if you're going to be able to see that, but under here is your compressor and air tank, and the wheel brace sits just behind that. So what we're going to do now is get the jack out as well, which you can see is at the back. That's just held in place with a couple of rubber straps, so you can just, that's self-explanatory. Get that out, get it inside the car, and then I'll show you what you need to do, because you've got to get the car in a jack position or ready position. So I'll let you know how to do that. Something that's actually quite a nice touch from Range Rover are these things here. So in with the wheel brace are wheel chocks, designed to stop the car from rolling. So if you pull them apart slightly, and then you've got two for the back, two for the front, and then that'll stop the car from rolling when you're jacking up. Just a nice little touch. So if you've got those, use those as well. Okay, so the next thing you need to do is you need to get the car ready to be jacked up. Now what it's going to try and do is lower the suspension if you don't, and you'll be forever trying to raise the car, and the car will be trying to put the wheel down. So to let it know, I don't know if it's a definite, but the car I think likes it if you have the hazard lights on. And what you do is you lower it, the lower button, and if you push and hold it, you should then get suspension locked. Okay, right, so now what we need to do is we'll go outside and I'll show you where you need to jack up the car. Right, next thing you need to do before you go to jack it up, what you want to do is you want to crack the wheel nuts off first, because if you jack it up before that, you'll end up spinning the wheel when you're trying to loosen them off. So with your wheel brace, pop it in, make sure it's seated properly, and then just go down like that. That wasn't very tight. And again, goodness me, I don't know if these were torqued up right. That one there, that one there. Don't take them all out, because the wheel will just drop off. And then lock the wheel nut. Make sure again that's seated in properly. Pop wheel brace in. God, ironically, that was tighter than the others. It should be the other way around. Right, there we go. So now they're all loosened off. What we need to now is with our jack. Now, bearing in mind, if you're working at home and you're just changing the wheel, try and use a proper jack. This is kind of like an emergency last situation, a last resort, because these are, well, these have the nickname Widowmaker for a reason. So underneath, what you'll find is about here, so just where this line is here, there's a little like a little tab, and then you can see where this fits in. So there's a little groove for that bit to sit in. So just make sure that's lined up reasonably, and with your jack arm, yeah, open it up like that, and then this end hooks in there. You can wind away. Spare wheel on the way. So if you go clockwise, that will start to lift it. So a few, I can't really see there. The idea is turn that clockwise, and then it'll go under there. Once it's seated, then you can really start to wind it up. Okay, so once you've got it all lined up, make sure the jack is flat and as even as possible. Just make sure you've not jacked it up on anything that could cause it to be unlevel and slide out. You need this as level as possible. So, well, make sure it's definitely all lined up. Hit that up like that. There we go. Put that end in there. And we go up. Don't rush it, take your time. So once you've got it raised up and you've left enough clearance to put the new wheel on, put your wheel brace on, just simply spin, and that's out. Just be careful when you're doing this. Make sure when you get to the final one that you support the wheel, because it's likely going to drop off. So I'm going to carry on and crack on, remove the rest of these. There we go. On flat. Nasty wheel. One equally nasty wheel, but at least it's got pressurised air in it. Okay, so once it's all lined up, gently put the wheel in position. Make sure you sat all the way back. And just start with one, just to keep it on there. Oh, slightly bigger wheels than the E60. Okay, so once you've got them some sort of finger tight on that top one, just don't want to go crazy. Just gently nip it. What that's going to do is going to center the wheel. Right, so just nip them up so they're not loose. Don't swing off it too much, because obviously we're worried about that jack. Also, you don't want them so loose that they... Okay, now we can take the weight off the jack. Thank goodness. Anti-clockwise. Lower it down. Hopefully that spare's got enough air in it. There. Okay. So now the weight's on the wheel, we can actually give it some. Ideally, if you're at home, you've got a torque wrench, 140 newton meters is what you want. I appreciate if you're on a motorway or stuck somewhere, it's your last of your worries. Just make sure at least clicking. Right, and then just go around them, make sure they're all hooked up. Don't forget to remove locking wheel nut. Then just got OCD and bug me. Put your centre cap in. Right, so that's the wheel on. What I need to do now, come with me. Alright. Now what I need to do is pop the ignition back on. I'll grab that. Oh, thank you. Actually, I'm going to give you the phone back because I need to look at the steering wheel. But I have a highly recommended ghost lock on the car. Start the car back up. All right. Oh, thank you. Okay, so now what we need to do, we need to take it out of the lock. So you can press and then hold it, and that should disengage the locked suspension. Okay, so there we go. We've checked all the wheel nuts, everything's all good to go. But that's it. That's pretty much, I say that's all there is to it. It's quite nerve-wracking on that scissor jack, I'll just say. So just take your time, don't rush it. Even though you could be in a rush, don't rush it, and just think about what you're doing, because it could go wrong pretty quickly if you mess around with that jack. But I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you found it interesting. If you did, please get a thumbs up. Please subscribe if you want to. If you've got any comments, please leave them in the comment section and I'll get back to everyone as quick as I can. I do get quite a few now, so it can take maybe a week or so to get back to you, but I will get back to you, I promise. Thank you very much. Take care. Bye-bye.